Low-carb and ketogenic diets are extremely popular. These diets have been around for a long time, and share similarities with Paleolithic diets. Research has shown that lower-carb diets can help you lose weight and improve various health markers. However, the evidence on muscle growth, strength and performance is mixed. This article takes a detailed look at low-carb, ketogenic diets and physical performance. What are low-carb and ketogenic diets? The guidelines for a low-carb diet vary between studies and authorities. In research, low-carb is usually classified as less than 30% of calories from carbs. Most average low-carb diets consist of 50 to 150 grams of carbs per day, a fairly high amount of protein and a moderate to high-fat intake. Yet for some athletes, low-carb can still mean over 200 grams of carbs per day. In contrast, a well-formulated ketogenic diet is more restrictive, usually consisting of only 30 to 50 grams of carbs per day, combined with a very high fat intake. This extremely low carb intake helps you achieve ketosis, a process where ketones and fat become the main sources of energy for the body and brain. There are several versions of the ketogenic diet, including Standard ketogenic diet. This is an extremely low-carb, moderate protein, high-fat diet. It typically contains 75% fat, 20% protein and 5% carbs. Cyclical ketogenic diet. This diet involves periods of higher carb refeeds, such as 5 ketogenic days followed by 2 high-carb days. Targeted ketogenic diet. This diet allows you to add carbs, usually around periods of intense exercise or workouts. The pie charts below show the typical nutrient breakdown of a low-fat Western diet, a low-carb diet and a typical ketogenic diet. In most low-carb and ketogenic diets, people restrict food sources like grains, rice, beans, potatoes, sweets, cereals and some fruits.
An alternative approach is carb cycling, where high-carb periods or refeeds are included regularly in a low-carb or ketogenic diet.
Bottom line, a low-carb diet usually consists of a higher protein intake with less than 30% of calories from carbs. Ketogenic diets are very high in fat, moderate in protein and contain almost no carbs. Low-carb diets and fat adaptation. During a low-carb or ketogenic diet, the body becomes more efficient at using fat as fuel, a process known as fat adaptation. The drastic reduction in carbs causes a rise in ketones, which are produced in the liver from fatty acids. Ketones can provide energy in the absence of carbs, during a prolonged fast, during long exercise periods or for people with uncontrolled type 1 diabetes. Even the brain can be partly fueled by ketones. The remaining energy is provided by gluconeogenesis, a process where the body breaks down fats and proteins, converting them into carbs, glucose. Ketogenic diets and ketones have many beneficial properties. They are even being used to treat diabetes, neurological diseases, cancer and risk factors for heart and respiratory diseases. The fat adaptation on a ketogenic diet can be very powerful. One recent study in ultra-endurance athletes found that a ketogenic group burned up to 2.3 times more fat in a 3-hour exercise session. Yet although low-carb and ketogenic diets provide many health benefits, there is an ongoing debate about how these diets affect exercise performance. Bottom line, in the absence of carbs, your body burns fat for energy. This mainly occurs by increased fat oxidation and the production of ketones. Low-carb diets and muscle glycogen dietary carbs are broken down into glucose, which turns into blood sugar and provides the main fuel for moderate and high-intensity exercise. For several decades, research has repeatedly shown that eating carbs can help with exercise performance, especially endurance exercise. Unfortunately, the human body can only store enough carbs, glycogen, for around 2 hours of exercise. After this time, fatigue, tiredness and decreased endurance performance may occur. This is known as hitting the wall or bonking. To counter this, most endurance athletes now consume a high-carb diet, carb up the day before a race and consume carb supplements or food during exercise. However, low-carb diets don't contain a lot of carbs, and therefore don't help optimize the reserves of stored glycogen in the muscles. Bottom line, stored carbs provide an efficient energy source for exercise lasting up to 2 hours. After this time, energy output and endurance performance usually decrease. Low-carb diets and endurance performance research has been done on the use of fat as fuel in sports performance. During exercise, fat provides more energy at lower intensities and carbs provide more energy at higher intensities. This is known as the crossover effect, which is illustrated below. Recently, researchers wanted to see if a low-carb diet could alter this effect. Their study found that ketogenic athletes burned mostly fat at up to 70% of max intensity, versus only 55% in the high-carb athletes. In fact, the ketogenic athletes in this study burned the most fat ever recorded in a research setting. Yet despite these positive findings, fat may be unable to produce energy fast enough to meet the demands of the muscles of elite athletes. Therefore, more research is needed in an athletic population before any firm recommendations can be made. Nevertheless, studies have found that low-carb diets can help prevent tiredness during prolonged exercise. They may also help you lose fat and improve health without compromising low to moderate intensity exercise performance. Furthermore, these diets can teach your body to burn more fat, which may help you preserve muscle glycogen during exercise. Bottom line, a low-carb diet is likely to be just fine for most people exercising at low to moderate intensities. However, more research is needed for high-level athletes. Thanks for watching.